it. So we should. Are we gonna?
Yo, what's up, ninjas?
Are we gonna start off with our Hennessy? Oh, we're moving around a whole bunch, so the camera's wiggling a little. Are we gonna start off with Hennessy like you wanted to? Well, I'm drinking Coors. Can this thing see the Coors that I have on the table?
It can see like the top.
Oh, okay. So I'm drinking a Coors Light, of all things, right now. Yeah. Let's.
Dead guy.
So we'll start out the podcast with a Hennessy shot.
Cool. You can like edit it in, just like a shot, and then go to Ted's friends.
We can do that. Did I show you my new intro that I've been doing for my videos?
The one that you
Yeah. So I started all my videos now. I start them all out by doing like these.
That's more than a shot, right?
That is definitely more than a shot. Okay. I don't care. That's not a big deal. I also didn't start the timer, but that's fine. So I start all my videos out. I went on YouTube and downloaded a bunch of 80s commercials and a bunch of Japanese 80s commercials. And my whole idea was that I was taking the main, it doesn't have to be exactly even, is that I was taking like, I guess the only way to describe it, I was taking the most commercial parts of each commercial. Are we gonna have that right in the fucking middle?
Wait, I don't know if you can.
You can put it on the ground.
I don't know if you can see it.
Just keep it right there. Oh, we're doing cognac. Where did you get cognac from?
From fucking Costco.
I didn't realize that Costco carried these giant cognac
they have
things.
Kirkland cognac.
Yes, let's get some Kirkland cognac.
Bought that, but I thought it was funnier to have.
Oh God.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Pink cups.
Oh Jesus.
I'm gonna move this out of the frame just in case, because I don't know.
I fucking hate Hennessy.
Why do we have it then?
It's official.
Oh God. Okay,
right. Okay, cool.
So my I don't drink a lot. That's the only thing. So my whole thing now is I downloaded all these 80s commercials of like Japanese 80s commercials, and I'm taking what is like considered the most commercial part to me, like the most like outlandish section where it's like everybody marching in a line and smiling, like, so I'm purposefully looking for these moments that are like super goofy and wouldn't happen in real life, and I'm taking those portions and clipping them all together with other stuff. The best part about it is I don't even have to match it up with the music itself. I'm just putting them there and letting them cut at whatever time it's cutting, it's like, and it works. It absolutely works. It's so weird. Oh my God, excuse me. Oh my God, I have to burp multiple times after that.
Hennessy?
Yes.
So that is all I did on my birthday. I just sat on the couch.
Edited Japanese videos?
No, I just took shots of Hennessy while watching trauma movies.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It was awesome.
That sounds threw up. Oh my God. See,
I didn't black out though.
I black out. I brown out a lot. So like, I think it was Always Sunny that like invented that term. I brown out a lot.
It was like the most peaceful I've been drinking enough to throw up ever. Like I just kind of like did. And I was like, I'm good. Bleh. Normally I do that and I'm like done. Shut everything.
You threw up and you started
down.
Drinking again?
I don't know. I might have.
Oh no.
I don't drink a lot, but that still sounds like me.
So I'm working on Burrito Game 2. I don't know. Oh, by the way, thank you for watching, everybody. Welcome to what I'm calling the Regular People Podcast.
Hey, apparently just regular person here. Nothing special.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just what I'm calling it, is just regular people. This is an experimental thing I'm doing for my Twitch channel where I'm going to do I'm taking advantage of the VOD cast and like broadcasting it.
Shout out to Twitch VOD broadcasting.
Thank you. So I'm glad you're on board.
Shout outs to ICP, March on Washington, Juggalo for Life, Ninjas Unite.
What the fuck? I mean, they're marching for a good reason.
They are.
It makes sense.
It's a great reason.
It's really hard to get behind juggalos, though, or anything behind a juggalo.
It is. It's difficult, but sometimes the right thing is not the easiest thing.
Right. No, I get that. I also don't want to get behind juggalos.
You don't want to get behind a million of them.
A million juggalos. Here's the thing. I've seen so many parodies of juggalos, and I feel like over it.
What you mean is you've seen juggalos.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Because it's the same thing.
I've definitely seen enough about juggalos. One of my coworkers at Costco, when I worked at Costco, was a juggalo. He was so into it. He was so nice, though, was the thing. He was so
a lot
friendly.
of people are super cool.
Yeah, he just wanted to chat and stuff. He was talking to me about the Duke Nukem game that came out, and he's like, dude, there's this boss that you get, and
that's such a good accent.
You just sort of, you punch his balls. They're punching his ball sack, and I'm like, you know what? And he would ask me every day, you get it, man? You get it?
You
and
get
I was just like, no, I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, you know.
Oh, I thought you meant like you get it.
No,
you get,
no.
You
like
know what I'm saying? You punch him in the balls. You know what I'm saying?
No, he was like asking if I had gotten the game. He was so fucking excited for the Duke Nukem game. I was too, and I was like gonna get it. And then I read all the reviews, and they all sucked. And I told him that I was like, hey, probably not. All the reviews are really bad for this. And he just looks at me and he's like, dude, I'm telling you, this game is great. He was so into it. And I believe that he was really into it. But he was just like, this game is great. And I got to tell you, man, most of the time, the reviews are wrong. And I was just like,
I feel like it's the opposite.
Most of the time,
they're mostly right.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But he was the nicest guy. He was super friendly. He had one of those motorcycles that wasn't a motorcycle. It had 3 wheels, so it had it was a lawnmower.
Oh,
so
like like a road one?
Is that what they are?
Like would he drive it to work?
Yeah.
It's there's one called
him and his mom.
There's one called a Spider with a Y. Spider.
Yes.
And then
juggalos would have those.
I forgot what the other one is. My dad used to have a 3-wheel car though. He had a
oh my god, was it one of the trucks?
No, my grandpa had one. It was a Reliant Robin.
Are you fucking serious? They talk about this car on Top Gear all the time.
Yeah, no, that's how I brought it up to my. Yeah, it's the coolest car ever. It's basically, if you haven't ever seen it, look it up. I'm not saying if you like cars, look it up. If you like funny things, it's the best car ever, because it's 1 wheel in the front, 2 in the back, and that means that when you turn, the car just flips automatically.
That's literally what it did every single time.
It's like a car made to flip, but you can only go 20 miles per hour, and it's so tiny that flipping is basically kind of just falling on your side in a ball. It's like a hamster wheel with 3 wheels. So you're fine. You never get hurt, but within 5 minutes of driving the car, you've ruined the car. Because it's completely scratched up.
No, it's fantastic. They talk about that car has been featured in multiple episodes of Top Gear, which is great. How did we get to fucking the Reliant Robin?
Because the Spider motorcycle.
Oh yeah. So yeah, no, but his was it's 1 wheel in the front and then it's 2 wheels in back is how it works. So it's
man, that is just not. I feel like that's just so unsafe. Oh no,
that's safe. It's a tricycle. It's a tricycle motorcycle.
Do you know, I've seen a lot of kids fall on tricycles. I feel like 2 wheels in the front, 1 in the back is better because you steer from the front, so you want the stability with the steering.
I don't know.
So what if juggalos are incredibly self-aware and they know exactly what they're doing, and juggalos are the new hipsters?
I don't know.
Because 2005, 2006, because current hipsters is it's a bullshit word. It means nothing. It's just what old people say about anything interesting.
Right. Absolutely. That's a good point. Hipster doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just stupid. But 2003, 2004 hipsters.
Now everyone calls each other cucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and I was like, I don't know how political Ted wants to get.
Oh, that's
fine.
Yeah,
it's basically cucks.
Everyone calls each other cucks now.
Oh my god. But 2003, 2004 hipsters were the legit hipsters. I'm gonna fucking do all this shit and look stupid as fuck because I think it's funny and ironic, and I respect that. I respect that kind of hipster, and I feel like ICP, juggalos, could be that kind of hipster. They know that people think they're stupid, and that's why they do. Because
I don't know if that's true.
I don't think it's true. But I think it'd be great.
It'd be awesome. Absolutely.
If that was the case, I would be so happy. That would be the best thing that's happened in my life.
I feel like I just noticed there's a sloth sitting over there sleeping in the background.
Oh yeah.
I never noticed that.
I took I did some glamour shots with Pat holding a stuffed sloth on the couch.
Are those gonna be released at any point?
It was on his Facebook profile. You can check it out.
Oh my god!
It wasn't as good as yours.
Oh my!
But it was the same pose.
So those photos, I got those done by the photographer at Jinx.com, Reese. Dude is super awesome, by the way.
Jinx is awesome.
Yeah, if you guys
shout out to Jinx. We have lots of friends who work at Jinx.
We had friends who worked at Jinx.
I lived really close to it. So, I grew up like maybe 2-3. I grew up 4,000 feet from Jinx headquarters.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I did too.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's based in Poway. It's not a secret. It's not a secret.
Jinx was actually the first like nerd culture like I don't know, like store seller of goods that I ever knew about.
Same.
Because when I used to play RuneScape, I would
You were playing RuneScape today.
I was playing RuneScape today. When I used to, I mean 12 years ago, 12 years of continuous play earlier. No, I had to make a new account.
Oh no, absolutely.
I've never been able to remember my account information.
That's fine. That's okay.
And I think the forgotten password on RuneScape is like, it's super mean.
Yeah.
It literally asks you, like I went on and was like, oh, I forgot my password. It seriously fucking asked me. I told you. We talked about this earlier, that I have a lisp sometimes.
That's not a lisp. You said axed.
It's because I couldn't say the S, so I just tried to get it out and it came out axed.
Brandon. Oh my god.
Where was I going?
You were talking about how RuneScape is really mean.
I haven't eaten all day, and we just like took a shot, and I've been drinking.
I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm drinking as well.
That
shot got me fucked up really fast.
I was a strong shot, and it was a semi-full shot too. These are not shot glasses. These are mini cups.
I texted my girlfriend and I showed her. It's like Brandon broke out the Hennessy and like put it next to the table. And she had told me earlier, she was like, have fun, get wasted. And I was like, no, I'm not going to drink very much. And she goes, but all she fucking texted me was, I fucking knew it. So she knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
She met you once and she knew what was going to happen, Brandon. I love that.
I don't even drink that much.
The first time she met you.
I'm just fun.
The first time she met
Sometimes,
you.
when I'm not depressed.
You're always fun.
When I'm not depressed.
You're always fun anyway, Brandon. You're a light in everybody's life.
That's true. Except my own. My light burns in all directions but inwards.
The first time we met was on New Year's Eve. The night that like her
I remember.
She was so aggressive towards you.
Okay. Yes.
She was so aggressive.
She was.
I was like, oh yeah, Brandon was sort of interested in streaming on Twitch. And like you were like, I don't know if I want to. And she's like, you're gonna stream on Twitch. And she just kept getting closer and like yelling at you.
Because like I've talked about that. I was like, Timber seems really nice, but the first time we met, I was like, because you had come from a party, so you were both kind of like drunk, right?
No, she was. I was okay.
Well, I'm only talking about Timber.
Okay.
So she was drunk, I was drunk, and very high.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't fucking know what to do. I don't know what's going on at all. Thank you very.
Yeah. No. I know you. I know you.
But yeah. No, but she seems super cool.
I'll talk into a microphone. Like I know how to talk into a microphone. You all fucking amateurs over here.
I got yelled at about. No, I'm not going to talk. I've talked about that on Cartoon like 3 times.
What? I'm not talking into a microphone.
I'm going to talk about it. I got yelled at on another. Well, we did a podcast swap.
There's that lisp again. Podcurst.
I do a podcast. I do a podcurst. Ask me about it. It's called Cartooned. I do a podcast, and we did one with 40s and 20s, which is a show about It's not about weed. It's called 40s and 20s, but it's about drinking.
It's not about 420.
It's about no.
Oh wow.
They should have changed it to 20s and 40s because it's about D20s and 40 ounces.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because you drink and talk about nerd stuff.
Oh, I love that.
And I don't. Do you know Ryan?
No.
Okay. Well,
Ryan who?
I don't know his last name. He's super cool. I really like him. But when I went on the podcast, it was the first time I met him, and I thought he hated me.
No,
because he kept yelling at me it was handheld mics, and he kept yelling at me because I didn't have the mic,
right?
And I kept being stupid because I'm me, and I say dumb stuff, and he kept giving me shit for it. But it was playful, but I didn't know him yet, so I took it as like, oh, I need to stop talking.
I'm already drunk, by the way.
I'm feeling good.
I did a shot. Like, no. I'm at a good level of drunk.
We're both lightweights. Like
I'm an very extreme lightweight. On my business cards, and I'll post a picture of it. It literally says
Ted Gabbard, Twitch streamer, lightweight.
Dude, they say that. No. My business card. I'll post a picture of it on here. It actually is a picture.
Wait, do you have it? Can you?
I don't. I'll edit it in. It actually says Twitch streamer, I think it says audio expert or something like that. And then the last thing it says is professional lightweight.
Oh my God.
And that's what it says on my Twitter as well, on my Twitter handle. Because it's just like, I had to have, like, my graphic designer, Laura, she's super awesome. I met her in college, and, her and her girlfriend live up in...
I have a degree in graphic design. Ted's never hit me up.
Is that actually true?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
No, but I don't really do freelance.
Your hand is probably the biggest thing in the frame right now.
P.S. My hands are fucking huge.
That's not what I'm saying, but
you know what they say about big hands? Tiny penis. Because all the blood going to your hands.
That's how it takes away from it. Yeah,
because it's all about extremities.
It takes from it. Yeah, no, I gotcha. But so she lives with her girlfriend up in Portland. She's a super great graphic designer.
Yeah, then you should go with her over me because I'm mediocre at best.
Okay, and
let's be real.
What she did was she made my cards, and she was like, the thing is that when making graphics, there's always something called like the rule of threes.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I had to burp.
No, I went to school for this.
Yeah. So she was telling me, well, they might not know.
There's a thing called the rule of thirds, not threes.
Whatever.
Wait. Oh no, you're talking about the rule of threes. Well, because
they make these rules too close together.
I actually, in professional life, although I have a degree in graphic design, I am a copywriter. So if you were talking about the rule of thirds, it would be about the composition of the shot that we're currently doing. But we're talking about, yeah, I'm a little drunk. But the rule of threes is you always got to list three things.
Okay. So the rule of threes.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So she was like, you should have three things on here because two things would look weird. And so I was like, that's fine. So we'll put professional lightweight on there because that's on my Twitter profile. And I think having that branding across all of my stuff would really make sense. I'm a big...
Oh, yeah. That's why...
So, like, I don't know. So here's the thing, everybody. I'm a big branding freak. And it's like...
He is.
I feel like... branding helps is the thing. So, like, for example, I was having a conversation with...
I just call him Ted's friends.
He
asked me to do it.
So I was talking to Hunter, our good friend, the other day, and I was talking to my girlfriend, Timber, about branding and whatnot. And she hates branding as a whole. I think it's actually really important when you're...
I like branding. I love personal branding. I hate big brands.
Right. Personal branding, though, is really important. When you're a content creator on like YouTube or Twitch, I think having a personal brand really does help. So for example, like I'm wearing a collared shirt right now. And I feel like when I talk to when I talk to Hunter...
I'm Brandon. When you talk to Hunter, you walk up and you go, I have special bods. And then you see a nice button-up shirt and you go, oh, it's my brand.
But when I like talk to them about it, Timber clued me in. I was talking to Hunter and I was like, do you think like my denim jacket that I'm wearing right now
I have the same jacket.
Is bigger... Is it a Gap jacket?
Yep.
Yours
is small, mine's a medium. We've talked about it.
Have we really?
Yeah, we have.
So
mine doesn't have buttons on it either.
Oh wow. Well, these Timber got me up in Seattle as like a gift.
They're
these
cool.
are really sick, right?
I like them because they don't look like the buttons are. You know why I like them? Because unless I don't know what they're from, they're not just. Okay. as a graphic designer in study, because we're talking about branding, so why not bring it up? I fucking hate when people have Instagram or Etsy shops and all they sell is things that they didn't design.
Right.
Like it's like, oh, here's my enamel pin set,
right?
And it's like that you clearly like all you did was fucking like take a screenshot of Sailor Moon,
right,
and remove the background.
Sure.
Like, how do you call yourself like? I don't know. That pisses me off.
These are
those
like
are tight,
right? Because they're not characters or anything. There's somebody that's, I mean, they're characters, but there's somebody's original idea.
Oh, they're not even like a thing.
They're Russian pins. She got them at a shop up in Seattle,
that's awesome.
And she was like, Ted would love these, and I was like, yeah. I fucking do love them, and I threw them on my jacket, and I was like, now I have like a little piece of my girlfriend with me everywhere I go. We're currently long distance right now, but
long distance. Shout out to long distance relationships.
Yeah.
I've had one. It didn't.
Long distance relationships?
Yeah. My first.
I wasn't sure if that's what you were talking about or pins.
Oh, I've had a pin
Russian
too.
pins.
I've had a long-term pin and I've had a long-term relationship.
Long-term Russian pins though.
It didn't work out, but we're still friends.
Nice.
So we weren't for a while, and then we reconnected, and now we're cool. But yeah, like.
But anyway, so yeah, these are original characters, and like she was
awesome.
just like, I think Ted would really like this, and I said, yeah, I would. So she got it for me, and I was like, fuck
Ted
yeah,
would really like this.
But yeah, so that's what these guys are from. But like branding wise, I had asked.
Wait, real quick before branding, enamel pins. I also agree. I like original pins.
Yeah.
The only enamel pins that I actually have right now are by my friend Melvin. And my friends, because they work together, Melvin and Julie, who work at a tattoo place. And I have a little, it's a heart, it's a Saturn heart. So it's like a heart, crystal heart with the rings of Saturn around it. And then I got two of them. So I hammered one into my guitar.
Okay.
And then the other one's on my bag. But, and they did this tattoo.
That's dope. I thought that was a Sailor Moon tattoo. Like you had the moon and then you had like the tuxedo mask rose.
So I actually have.
I would love to get a Sailor Moon tattoo.
Then go to Melvin. Because Melvin did this, and then she also did on the back of my thighs. I have, and it's not Sailor Moon. It's actually a Chaos Magic tattoo, which takes from. This is some bullshit, and it's gonna sound like I'm a fucking crazy new age person. But I promise I'm not. I'm just super rad. I like to chill. I like to hang with my bros. No, I have some.
Please, bros.
I have my guys. I like to hang with my fam.
There we go, fam. That's the word.
But no, it's the triple goddess symbol.
Right.
I have on both of my thighs, and in the center of both sides. On one side, it's a rose. In one side, it's like a amalgam. How do you say that word?
Amalgamation?
Amalgamation. Yeah. I was going to say it right. I had it.
You didn't say it, though, so
it's
nobody
an amalgamation of like Sailor Moon-esque designs.
Right.
And it's meant to channel feminine energy in chaos magic.
Sure.
Which is the same reason I have this, which is one part of the triple or it's a single goddess, but yeah. So neither of my tattoos are actually Sailor Moon,
right?
But they're both so Sailor Moon.
That tattoo is very Sailor Moon.
It is a Sailor Moon. Like whether or not it's supposed to be, it is.
It is.
It so is.
Well, okay.
So branding.
Going back to branding real quick. So
my name is Brandon, and I know a thing about branding. That is my business card, which I can make myself because I have a degree in graphic design.
God fucking damn it!
I'm just on this podcast to get a job. Please hire me.
What?
No,
Who's gonna see this?
I hate freelance work. Don't hire me.
Okay,
I'll do a bad job and it'll take me forever.
So the thing is that it'll take me forever.
It will. I'm so slow.
So with branding, the thing is I asked Hunter, I was like, do you think my denim jacket would be like me enough? But talking to Timber, you know, she sees me all the time.
She's seen you intimately. I'm definitely fucking drunk.
She saw me, before she moved. We were, together all the time. She was like, I definitely associate your collared shirts with you much more.
I do too.
Really?
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's also what Hunter said, and part of it is like it has to come from a place that's real. You can't create your brand from something that doesn't exist. So like, for example, I took my brand from partially like,
or if you do, it's never going to be as good.
Right. Like I took my brand partially from.
If you're a boring person, make shit up.
So like the whole vaporwave thing and the future funk thing, that's part of what I took my branding from. Like all the pink and the purple and
the
blues.
pastel pink, the millennial pink and blue.
Yeah,
is what.
That's literally what I took my brand from. And
those were the Pantone colors of 2005.
Were they really?
Yeah.
So that's what I took it from, and then like my glamour shots that I did with Reese, going all the way back to Jinx.com.
This literally all started with that glamour shot. It's been like 15 minutes,
and that's so those glamour shots. I purposefully took them. Like we went through my phone and I just Googled 80s photos, and that was it. And we purposefully went through the cheesiest or 80s/90s photos, and like. I had a comment from one of my friends over at OP Group. They're a group who represents, they're like a talent agency.
Yeah,
they
original content.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so dumb.
That was my favorite joke. That was
so bad.
They represent streamers. They're a talent agency for streamers, basically. Or I hate saying talent agency. They basically represent streamers, and they help them with their obligations and all that.
I don't like to call it a talent agency. I like to call it a content creation collective.
So what they do...
I like to call it a triple C.
So I showed one of my friends over there the pictures that I took, and he's like, it literally looks like you took every generic 90s sitcom, like like all the pictures that 90s sitcom characters would take.
You would have had a back-to-back crossed arms.
That's it. That's literally it.
All of your photos look like the lower bar promoting another show. It's like during you're watching
where like somebody walks onto the screen and it's animated, and they're like,
you're watching Cheers, and in the corner of the screen it says, watch Ted's Friends Tuesdays at 9.
That's it. That's literally it. So that's what I was going for. And Reese did a really good job with that. So my whole branding,
they're super good. Yeah.
I'm glad you like them. Like my whole branding is based around early 90s, late 80s stuff, and like all of my intros. And this is what I was talking about even earlier than this. All of my intros are based on all 80s like commercials and Japanese 80s commercials where I'll cut and just sort of cut and paste under like vaporwave or future funk music for my intros and whatnot, which should have
here. Just keep talking. I'll put in a little just down now.
No, Brandon, please. I love that song. Here's the thing, I fucking love that. For speaking back all the way back to New Year's, you had a vaporwave themed party where you did like vaporwave themed drinks.
I say I don't drink, and then every time you're here, I have something about drinking.
Well, it's because here's the thing. You and I have a tradition of we drink together.
That is true, and it's usually only one very light beer.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's not that bad.
I always start with one very light beer, and then I always end up drinking another drink whenever I'm here. I blacked out once when I was here with you.
Did you really?
You don't remember the night that Hunter...
With me here?
Yeah. You don't remember the night? That was
like right when I moved in.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That night was crazy. We had a great time that night.
Have we talked about that night after it happened?
I remember a lot of that night, and I don't want to talk about it on the podcast. I told a lot to you.
No, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Like I definitely won't talk about that. But what I will say is that that night started out as me, because the house that we're recording in right now is called the Party Palace.
Yeah.
Which I've lived in for 2 years. The night we're talking about happened 2 years ago. About 2 weeks after I moved into the house, because me and my ex had broken up and I got kicked out of my place. So I came and lived with my friends who were Hunter and Pat, I'm in a band with Pat, and we've already talked about Hunter. Anyway, we had people over, and it kind of like the night started out, everyone's drinking. So we started.
Oh, we got to reset that camera.
All right. Story will continue. Oh, okay. So it was like I had just broken up.
That's right.
I had just broken up with my ex, gotten kicked out, and then we were all hanging out. So when we were all just a little drunk, it was like basically I sat in the backyard, and everybody in the house took turns coming out to talk to me because everyone was drunk. So it's like, okay, it's time to like talk about like what happened and be there for Brandon.
Right.
So I'm out there. I'm like kind of bummed out, but I'm mostly okay. And Ted comes out, talks to me for a while, goes back. Hunter comes out, talks to me for a while. He's like, yeah, it's cool. Pat comes out, talks to me for a while. And then, like, as the night goes on, everybody is getting so... Because I had brought all...
We got really
I brought
bad
all,
that night.
all of the alcohol that I had at the house. I brought it over, and we drank, like... between 3.5 people, we drank about $90 of liquor.
I still feel bad about how much we drank.
It was bad.
We drank a lot of alcohol
I mean,
that night.
We can just say like, oh, we were getting rid of, things that could have caused me memories. We'll just call it that.
There's technically live video.
Oh
still
yeah, that's
somewhere,
true.
But I've been asked to get rid of it.
But yeah, so that's what happened when everyone was a little drunk, was everyone came and consoled me. Then I stopped drinking. Ted and Hunter kept drinking.
It wasn't my fault.
And then so I'm the emotionally vulnerable one, but Ted and Hunter got so drunk that they poured all of themselves onto me, and I became like, it was a night.
It was a really
I learned
weird
a lot
night.
about Ted and a lot about Hunter.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of stuff that went on that night, and it was like, it was so weird. I remember a lot of that night, but there was a certain portion where Hunter I was playing Jump Jet Rex, and I remember the guy who made the game
testing it out, right? It was like
it was in
new.
beta, I think.
Yeah.
And the guy Mike who made it, who runs Filthy Casual, popped into the stream and was watching me play it while I was wasted. And I kept continually saying things like, I'm so fucking good at platformers. And like I was saying into the microphone, like there was a girl who was in the stream there who was a friend of mine from Twitter, and I at one point just ducked my head and just looked down. I was like, guys, Ava is my best friend, and got super it was super fucking funny. But yeah, that whole night was fucking ridiculous. We got way too drunk. I think we drank like limoncello or something.
It was limoncello, Goldschlager, and Rumplemints.
Hunter was the one who was getting me drunk by accident because he continually took the alcohol and continually kept pouring me more and more and more of it.
Yeah, we'll just say, since he's not here, it's Hunter's fault.
Well, that's the thing is I was playing the game, and what he was doing apparently was he was coming up behind me when my glass was half full and then refilling it.
I didn't know that.
Everyone told me that's what he was doing. Was he was going on camera, and he was just refilling my glass. And so I would just keep drinking it, thinking that I was.
That so much alcohol disappeared that night.
Yeah, we drank a lot.
That amount of alcohol could have fueled a party for 10 people.
It absolutely could have. It was
bad.
We drank. I was blacked out drunk that night, and then I fell asleep on the couch, and then Hunter in the middle of the night brought a blanket over to me. And I was
we do have a good couch for blacking out.
We have a really nice couch.
You can three people can black out on our couch, no problem.
Oh, absolutely. You might even be able to fit a fourth if you squished.
Yeah. They'd definitely be there'd be some parallel, but I think you can fit 3 people with no overlap.
No, absolutely. This couch is a really good couch.
It's the biggest couch in the world.
Oh, absolutely. Should we do another Hennessy shot?
I think that's a little one.
Okay, great.
Because if I haven't eaten anything,
No, I understand. Absolutely. Little Hennessy shot.
Okay, cool. So shout out to ICP, Shaggy 2 Dope, Vicious J, y'all my heroes, Ninjas for Life. The Magician,
that's little, right?
And the Puppeteer are both cool words that you should continue to use in your raps. Yeah, that's good.
That's a half shot.
I don't know enough ICP things to keep that going longer than 10 seconds.
I'm super excited. I'm moving up to Seattle.
I know a lot about the theory, but not about.
All right, we'll keep going on this.
I know ICP in theory. I'm very well informed, but in practice, I'm lacking.
The best part about that was that when you were talking about ICP, your waveforms got way bigger. You were yelling everything about it.
When I talk about ICP, all right.
Good Lord.
Cool.
All right.
Cheers.
Yep.
Henny's not. Oh, it doesn't taste good.
So we figured out recently, I'm super excited to move to Seattle. I'll get back to that. We figured out recently, Timber brought it up to me when she was in town, why I get drunk faster than everybody else. Mm-hmm. Look at how much beer you have left, and I've finished mine. I drink my beer.
To be fair,
you're almost done.
To be fair, I have 2 beers. And one is much stronger.
That's true. But the thing is that we were finding out that I drink my beer maybe 100 times faster than any other person. Like I will continually just sip on it and drink and drink and drink and drink and
That's
drink.
True. Yeah, I didn't even notice that you drank anything. And
that's what I mean is like I will just keep on drinking and I will like drink big gulps of things. Like that's how I drink my coffee.
That definitely does change how it
affects me.
Because I mean, there's a lot of myths about how people get drunk, but that is one. Speed is very important in how your body can react to it.
Right, and I drink my beers super super quick. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited to move up to Seattle though.
Yo, shout out to Seattle. Shout out to all my ninjas up in Seattle.
I got the hiccups. Hold on.
All right, so while Ted is hiccuping, I'm going to talk about ICP.
Okay. No, we're not.
You're suddenly better.
So I'm excited. I've only lived in one other.
Better. How does that work?
I've only worked in. I get it.
Okay, cool.
I've only lived in one other city other than San Diego.
Is that wait. It's Fresno?
No,
it's not Fresno. It's
another name.
It's
You're almost there.
It's like Crisco. I know it's not Crisco.
Crisco, California.
Just say it.
I lived in Chico.
Yeah,
California.
that's it. Yeah.
I'm really excited though because I did like Chico a lot. It was a fun small college town, but it was a small college town. So the thing is that there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's like once you go to, and I'm excited to move to a big city where it's very woodsy, where there's a lot of nature and whatnot. It's better for my skin for one, because I get a lot of bad acne if down here, like something about the air down here is really bad for my face.
Is it the perfect weather?
It's the perfect weather.
It's the perfect weather.
But I'm excited to go up there. There's a bunch of people that I know up there. Like Carly is up there. Did you ever meet Carly?
Carlos Barkley.
Yeah, Carlos Barkley. She lives up there now, and I was just talking to her the other day about it. She's super excited.
I thought she lived in Olympia.
No, she lives in Seattle.
Yeah. No, it's Mike lives in Mike Shirk. What is
Bike Shorts?
Famous football dad. His dad
he does have a dad who's a famous football player.
Mike is so nice.
He's great. He's a great guy. They're all super fun.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to the Mike joke I made earlier.
Oh, God.
We're not going to go over that joke. That was a dumb joke.
It was terrible.
The Joes, though. Mike and Joe.
I don't even know how to explain it. It was like the worst joke I've ever heard. It made no fucking sense.
It's because I'm not the funny one.
Hey, ICP jokes.
But Jesus, Brandon. It's just because you sell the jokes all the way. I don't sell them. I just lay them, and then I'm just all right. I'm done. This is the joke.
I like to lay them out and then put like 1,000-hour ad campaign behind the joke until somebody laughs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I will hunt.
1,000-hour.
I will hunt that
campaign.
laugh down. I will get it. No matter how long, if I tell a joke and nobody laughs, I'll start doing voices. I'll repeat it. I'll yell really loud until it works.
So why haven't you guys released a new cartooned episode in?
Because I am
3 weeks.
Lazy and mentally ill.
So Brandon and and their roommate Pat and other people.
I mean, me. So,
random other people, including me and other people.
Me and my roommate have a podcast called Cartooned, and we talk about cartoons.
Yeah.
So you should check it out. It's.
I'll just post the link.
It's good.
Why haven't you released a new episode?
It's getting
Explain
better.
It.
I mean, I did because I'm lazy and mentally ill.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But it was as soon as you bought this nice microphone and as soon as everyone got all the proper equipment for it,
then suddenly I don't have time for it. We did, the first episode after we bought all the nice stuff is the worst episode we've ever recorded.
I feel like the episode I was on was really fun.
it was a good episode.
I had a great time doing that, and I would love to be back on Cartoon. I stopped doing Cartoon because I got frustrated that nobody else was as into it as I was.
Yeah, and then after Ted did that, then I came on, and now I got Pat into it.
I make podcasts professionally, technically. So like, well, here's the okay.
I know.
How many people can say that they actually get paid to make a podcast?
That I know, only you.
See how fucking weird is that? Though?
And Henry Zabrowski.
Is that true?
From last podcast on the left.
How true? But like, how weird is that? Like, no, I can't believe that I get paid to make a podcast.
No, that's awesome. That's like definitely a super cool opportunity.
It is absolutely. So you guys, you all missed out.
Cartoon though. Can we talk about Cartoon?
Yeah, let's talk about Cartoon.
So the second, because we used to record it with one mic overhead, and it just picked up all this background noise. So me and Pat splurged because we were like, okay, so we've been in bands together for 6 years. We're supposed to, like, being in bands means you're supposed to have, like, you're supposed to know about audio.
Right.
Like, it's kind of embarrassing that we sound like shit. So we went out and bought a bunch of mics. We bought a bunch of stands and stuff and all the gear that we needed. And the first episode that we recorded with all of this nice gear, we did a test episode with our friend Dustin. And we watched the anime Boba Bobo Boba Bo, which is, do you know
You were
it?
telling me about this. No.
So
when we filmed TV Tray. The last thing when you were helping me film that, or when you were the director.
So it's a pretty weird show. And my roommate Pat, he knows a lot about cartoons. He knows everything about, like, from 1992 to 2004, everything about Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Nickelodeon, all of those shows. But he knows nothing about anime. We watched this show, and he's supposed to be the co-host of the show, and he fucking hated the show. And we've never watched a bad show before, so we've never encountered this, and we didn't really know what to do.
Did you ever watch Fat Dog Mendoza yet?
No, we didn't.
Fat Dog.
But we watched Boba Bo, and Pat fell asleep while we were watching it. And then we had to talk about it.
That should have been the indicator that you guys were gonna.
We did an
hour-long
hour-long episode about a show that only 66 repeating, of course, percent of the. I said that just to be a douche about math. 66 repeating, of course. But yeah, it's a rough episode. It hasn't gone up yet, but it's titled Boba Bo Bo Boba Bo, and then quotations. I don't give a fuck about anime. Oh, that's what it's called, because that's what Pat said during the episode.
So, like, that's a really big bummer. So
there's
really good anime out there.
I won't say don't listen to it. I'll just say it's the worst episode.
That's a really big bummer, because I feel like there's some really fucking good anime.
We have done animes in the past, and Pat is fine with it. It's just he did not like that particular one.
I want to watch. Okay, I'm gonna propose an idea.
Okay, yeah.
I want to do an episode where I pick the.
That's literally how we do every single episode.
I want to pick one, right? But I showed up one day.
The guests pick every
Here's
single.
The thing, I just showed up for that episode. I want to do one. And I want to do a special one.
Okay, what is it?
I want to watch Pokemon the movie with you all.
Yeah, fine. Well, yeah, let's see, Pokemon the movie, because we're gonna do
talking to the mic.
It'll be separate, because we've been planning on doing special episodes, right, where it's like 2 to 3 part episodes, because we usually talk for about an hour. And we really don't want to release a 3-hour podcast.
The SpongeBob one was like 2 hours.
We recorded a SpongeBob. It was about the SpongeBob movie. It was an hour and 50-minute podcast, and it was I accidentally recorded it entirely through the built-in speaker on my computer. So it's 2 hours of terrible, terrible, terrible audio.
You know what? The thing was the whole like disclaimer at the beginning was helpful, because I listened to it and I was like, I mean, it's bad, but I had a good time listening to it.
It's still listenable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially, like it's you can still, we're still very funny. It's actually one of my favorite episodes. It just sounds terrible.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a really good episode. I had a great time recording it. I think what was funny about that episode, though, was that nobody it was me, you, and Pat that talked.
We did.
And like the guests, we steamrolled over the guests.
So we had 2 guests.
I wasn't even planned to be on that podcast.
I work with Devin.
Yeah.
And I think me and Pat aren't always clear with our guests about what the show is. We just kind of invite people on.
This is literally what this is I was just like, hey, we're going to talk.
Yeah. So I literally, like half an hour before we shot this, I asked Ted, so what is this? am I in it?
Here's the thing.
I didn't know.
I'm enjoying myself a lot. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, well, you've had 2 shots of Hennessy and a Coors Light.
Maybe this isn't as good as I thought it would be.
It's probably not as good.
I think
if you've watched this far, like, I mean, you're probably okay with it. We're not terrible.
I think what makes...
We might be terrible, and you have terrible taste, but that's okay, too.
I think what makes podcasts good is the fact that you have people that can actually make conversation with each other, that don't need to wait for some sort of, like, subject to be brought up. Like, you and I do not need to make conversation with each other.
I don't need a prompt to talk about ICP and to yell out ninja whenever the fuck I want.
Well, you and I have a rapport. We've known each other a long time.
Yeah, like,
and so I think it's easy for you and I.
5 or 6 years now.
Something
right?
like that. Maybe a little longer.
You
and I have the ability to just talk to each other.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's like, and that's part of why I thought it was like, this is a good idea to do this with Brandon. Because because part of the reason is like, you and I tend to be those types of people that will steamroll over those people who are a lot more timid on podcasts.
I'm editing a podcast right now.
Yeah.
That we did. So we did the Bo episode, and then we did another show. I don't remember, but we did another show. And I all I did was looked at the waveforms of me talking versus other people, and I was just like, oh man, I gotta work on shutting the fuck up sometimes.
I don't think it's a bad thing
it's
that
not
you
always
know
a bad
how to
thing.
talk, because I think once you get, so here's the thing, a lot of podcasts will have 3 people on them that are really good talkers, and you'll have one person who's not. And I feel like maybe that's just inherently. So that's why I was also like, let's just have a 2-person podcast.
Yeah. Because we're essentially 4 people worth of podcast.
I was very interested in seeing what it would be like if I just had you and myself, who are 2 people who can just talk.
Yeah.
And go. And we'll continually just talk and talk and talk.
You know, you ask me a question and I answer it.
That's what I mean, is like you and I have a rapport, and like in addition to that, you and I, why are these ribbed, by the way? I just need to ask.
For her pleasure.
And that's part of the thing, is like you and I are those types of people that will just in a podcast just talk over everybody.
Do you want to know something interesting?
Are those dildos?
Because you're straight, so you wouldn't know this necessarily. But ribbed condoms are terrible for gay anal sex.
Are they really?
They're not good.
Why?
Because it's ribbed for her pleasure, and in a gay relationship, there's usually no her pleasure.
Right. So does that mean that ribbed is bad in the butthole?
The anus generally does not require additional friction. Is
so
all
you just
I'm
get
saying.
the smooth condoms, is what you're saying.
Yes. Generally, when you're coming in from the back.
For any of our homosexual listeners.
You probably...
Our young homosexual listeners who might not know yet.
If you're a top, don't your partner will not appreciate ribbed, and if you're a bottom, you know this, or you know, if you do like the additional friction, because people like different things. Everybody's body is different. Some people it works, most people not good. Just fun facts in case you wanted to know.
That camera is probably vibrating so much right now as we're Well, that's the thing. I was just picking this up and I was like looking at it. It's like, oh, this is a rib thing.
It is weird because it's such a small cup. Like, why would you need the extra grip? Because with a big cup, with like, you know, like a 2-pint cup.
This is a very heavy liquid that I've gotten here.
2-pint
molten
solo
steel
cup. I totally get. You need that extra grip.
Yeah.
But for this, it's like, I can.
You're not drinking that much.
I can hold it like this.
Right.
You know? I mean, I could hold any cup like that because you got big ass hands. But
Boy, your ass hands. You're not drinking that much. We both have gone to go see our friend. Okay, so yesterday I think is National Best Friends Day.
Is it?
It's either yesterday or today.
Yesterday was the first Pride event in RuneScape history.
Was it really?
It was only on old school RuneScape, which is basically made up of people who are either who are big stupid nerds, who I am one of them, but most of the big stupid nerds are shitty people. So the Pride event, they had a in-game poll of like, who thinks that Pride event should happen, and it's a tiny event. Like if you don't want to do it, you don't have to.
Right. Do you want to check the camera just to double check that it's still filming? I don't know exactly what we were talking about. We were talking about this like her pleasure stuff, and then and then after that,
and then we just kind of stopped.
Yeah, we did. No.
Did you?
What?
Ted.
What? I'm a really bad influence.
I honestly don't know if I should. Yeah, there was RuneScape has been around for 15 plus years. I've been playing it for about 14 or 13 of those years. They had their first Pride event in old school RuneScape only. And it is basically
Is old school RuneScape run by the same people, or is it like private servers run by different people?
It's run by Jagex, but it has like different mods.
Okay.
Who basically, yeah. And it's all taken from a saved 2007 server.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's like all the types of, the type of people who play that, like who want to play the old version of RuneScape from 2005. It's a lot of shitty people. Like let's just, it's a lot of pieces of shit people.
Like bad people.
It's bad people. So like, and I understand some people's argument of like, oh, it's like I don't want real life issues in RuneScape.
Right.
But it's like,
do you ever get?
It's like, it's a real life issue because gay people still get fucking murdered all around the world.
Absolutely.
So like, sorry, shut the fuck up for like 1 second and like just fucking deal with us.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. So that was super cool. Like literally the day after I started playing again is the first Pride event.
That's
ever.
awesome.
And I was like,
it was just for you, Brandon.
It's just for me.
The do you ever get crazy nostalgia for old games where you're like, I have to play this
literally,
game?
RuneScape is the only game that gives me nostalgia to the point, like, so I started playing it again because one of my friends who used to play it back in the golden days is playing it too. So I'm like, okay, I can play with her, and it's fun again. But I tried about a year ago, and it just made me so sad because it's not, because that was the game that I learned to type for that game. That's the game that I learned how to like trawl through internet databases for.
How old were you when you were playing this?
I was in middle school. Because I
learned to type in middle school?
Well, okay, like not type, but like actually type.
Okay.
Like I was no longer pick and hunting.
Oh, okay. You were
because you know when
like
you're going for a trade, you got to be quick.
Right.
So I actually learned how to like type. And this whenever because I kind of fell out of nerd culture for about 6 years.
You've only recently got back in.
I got back in hard because playing RuneScape, like how much further do you get?
Right.
And I don't just like I used to like this whenever I question if I'm a nerd or not, I just go back and remember I used to go on my lunch break and play RuneScape in the computer lab. Because I didn't have a computer at home, and I would play RuneScape in the computer lab and learn to type. Like, you don't get much.
Did you?
Like that is.
Did you ever play Tribes in middle school?
I never played Tribes.
Oh my god, that was the game that everyone played, and
I know.
Like
everyone played RuneScape at my school.
So okay, so you went to what was the middle school you went to?
Meadowbrook.
So I went to Meadowbrook too.
So, but you are also a little older than me.
I'm gonna turn 28 in 4 days.
I'm 25.
Okay, so I graduated. Your
Did
freshman
you play
year.
Defend Your Castle?
No.
Oh, that game was fucking tight.
So the thing is that
you got to throw people.
I have this crazy.
My dad played Defend Your Castle.
Really?
Yeah. My dad's an electrical engineer.
Right.
And so my dad is why I'm a nerd, because my dad built an R2D2.
That's awesome.
My dad built an R2D2 that is more screen accurate than the R2D2 in the movie, because there's a lot of flaws with
right.
Like he actually built one that's better. He has an for Comic-Con. My dad has an Indiana Jones whip for his costume.
That's so cool.
Wait, no, it's not cool yet. My dad's whip.
It's cool.
My dad's whip was made by the man who made the whip in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Did he find it on eBay and it was like, this is an original one?
No, he just paid money.
Nice.
Like he bought
That's
it
so
from the
fucking cool.
My dad is a nerd. My dad makes my dad made a timey-wimey from Doctor Who with a 3D printer.
What is a timey-wimey?
I don't know Doctor Who that well.
I mean, I watched Doctor Who, and timey-wimey was just like a description.
It's like a thingy. It's like I don't know. I'm not super into it.
Was it a sonic screwdriver?
No. You can just buy those.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Is like
he sourced the original telephone handle that was used in the time.
What the fuck?
My dad is my dad is odd. He's
So-
super cool, but
That's awesome.
yeah, I love my dad.
He's
super cool.
super fucking cool.
He just bought a 59 Corvette too.
What?
Yeah, my dad's cool as fuck.
All this stuff is so much cooler than my dad. God
My
damn
dad
it.
is simultaneously the least cool and the most cool. He's not cool at all, but he's so cool.
I forgot where I was going with my thing.
I have no
God
idea
damn
because I
it.
just interrupted every time you tried to
You
start.
did. God damn it.
We were talking about this earlier. We're good at steamrolling.
You and I. No. Okay, so here's the reason why I was like, let me do a podcast with Brandon. One, Brandon has all this great equipment.
I have a steamroller operator license. It's good for the US and the UK because I follow a meme page on Facebook called Tradesman Banter, and it's all about how oi mate, my cabin fold ain't. I don't fucking know. I don't live there and I don't do that job. I used to work as a handyman though.
You used to also work as a boat person.
I used to work. I
as
used
a
to
boat
be
captain.
I used to be I worked as a deckhand, but I was technically a boat captain for 20 minutes.
Quit hitting the table because you're rocking the camera. You're the one who's doing that this time. You're just like,
I piloted a boat with 300 plus people on board through the Coronado Bridge with no license. That is so
Did you
illegal.
reveal that on a podcast?
Oh, it's fine.
I don't think anyone will see it. It's too late anyway.
The
statute of limitations.
Yeah, it's probably 30 seconds. The statute of limitations on boat crime. Also, you'd be surprised to know if you're in the U.S. and you have a boat, you are not very restricted at all to do any, as long as you're not. The only time restrictions really come in is when you charge other people.
Right.
If you own the boat and it's just your friends on the boat, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want until Coast Guard comes and yells at you. I personally can take a 200-ton boat and just cruise around right outside of the Navy base. I can do that. And
what?
I because I know how to do it.
Should you be revealing this on camera?
No. I'm not saying it's
legal.
No, I'm not saying it's illegal. It's completely legal.
Okay.
Because I know how to do it.
Okay.
And nobody can stop me at all. I don't have the boat though because I don't have any money.
You forgot about that part.
The number one law of harbors in the United States is have money.
Have money. Gotcha.
That's
gotcha.
basically
Mo money.
No, if you have money, you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as you don't cross a line and hit a Navy boat or ask people to pay.
Okay, so you can, as just a personal boat.
And actually, I know how to get around the paying part because
how is that? Donations?
No, you say that they're friends, and you say it's fuel money.
What the fuck?
Because there's actually a tour boat in San Diego Harbor right now. It's called the Champagne, and they do like club parties on the weekends.
There's like a lot of dancing,
and they just have everybody sign something that says, "Oh, we're like all 100 of us are personal friends, and we're just pitching in for fuel."
Gotcha.
And it's 100% legal, and they've literally had people die on that boat, and no one can stop them.
But it's legal.
It's like literally.
They paid to die.
4 years ago, two people drowned.
How did they drown? Did they just jump off the boat?
Because they went into like some muddy area. I don't know. I didn't work there, but I'm just saying, if you want to build a boat and go do something, you probably can.
Yeah.
It's everywhere else in the world, like on land, everything is illegal. You can't store rainwater. You can't do anything.
What do you mean I can't store rainwater? I want to keep rainwater. What if the apocalypse comes and I need some rainwater?
Rainwater is like hella illegal.
That's really weird.
It's really
I want to
dumb.
keep rainwater in my backyard.
On land, there's a bunch of laws that basically say you can't live off the grid. But when you're on the water, there's a bunch of laws that say you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as nobody stops you.
It's because there's no land. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, wait. There are men and women.
There are burly men
and burly women who will live off of the grid.
Oh,
you can.
Yeah. No,
it's the natural man, I think is what it's called.
I'm a natural man.
That's not what I mean. I'm Googling this. Hold on.
Yeah, Google it. I'll just talk about ICP. So
no, that's
ICP,
not what I'm saying.
You want to check out the Million Juggalo March right now. It's super unfair what they're doing to juggalos around the country. It's totally unfair to all my ninjas out there that they're legally prosecuted, but it's morally wrong what they're doing. I'm Shaggy 2 Dope. I'm part of a duo with my main man Vicious J. And I talk about magnets. Please hurry up the search because I can only do this.
No. I found it.
I'm at the end of my ICP thing.
There's something called the natural man, where the natural man.
Is it a law or just like a documentary or?
No, it's like a literal person. Oh, there's Addie. Hi, Addie.
Hey, Addie.
There's a person.
It's a roommate.
There's a person called the natural man, or there's people who are living off the grid.
People
who don't.
There's natural men
who live by their own law. They are born out in the wild.
It's like
they're born out in the wild. They live out in the wild. They provide for themselves out in the wild. They do everything. They don't rely on society or anything. They do everything for themselves. They build their own houses and everything.
Self-made man. I like it. Like Donald Trump.
They are not.
Fuck Donald Trump.
They are not. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. But they are not bound by our laws because they are considered natural men.
Are they actually not bound by laws, or did they just not get? Our roommate Addie is currently studying for the bar exam,
hey, Addie,
and she is smart as fuck.
Real quick,
Addie, number 1 in her class in law school. She's smart as fuck.
What do you know about the natural men?
I don't know anything, but I know that any
it's probably not
neutral laws.
It's probably illegal, but nobody cares, right?
Yeah, no one would care about if they're not doing anything
that
they don't care about. But neutral laws of general applicability apply to everybody, no matter what.
Interesting.
That's from a law person.
That's a law person.
Not a lay person, a law person.
But yeah, so there's videos that are on the internet of the natural man who is in court. He is in court.
Oh my God.
Sitting there with his hat.
Is he defending himself?
Yep.
Is he being detained?
Yep.
Am I being detained?
He's sitting there and he's
if you ever get arrested, just sit there and yell, "Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Am I being detained?"
And if you're white, it'll work. And if you're not white, then
you're fine.
Then fuck the government. But yeah, I don't.
My girlfriend just said super low key playing DS. She said, "I knew I would be drunk."
Super.
I love drunk Ted.
So Timber.
She doesn't see me drunk very
is playing
often.
DS super low key, like not even a thing, just super low key. I feel like that's high key playing DS.
I feel like that's high key as well.
That's at least medium key. There's no way that's low key.
This is maybe the best podcast I've ever been on.
I've gotten better.
No, well, I mean, that's the thing is like.
No, I mean, it may not be obvious, but I have improved.
I think that once you've been podcasting for a while, because I can say this because I do this.
I like that you're about to say that I'm good at what I do while I'm interrupting you and you having to shush me.
Here's the thing. Because I technically do this professionally now.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm technically a professional podcaster. Brandon, you're not allowed to tell me I'm not, because I am.
As soon as we get that Costco sponsorship, I will be professional too.
Do we want to get a sponsorship? Who should we get a sponsorship from? Let's talk about who are our brands.
Well, so Cartooned has been trying to get a Costco sponsorship by plugging Kirkland Light in every episode, but the Costco right by our big chocolate lab is coming in right now. We've been trying to get Kirkland Light, which is the amazing beer made by Costco, to sponsor us, but they recently stopped selling it, which is why we're now repping Hennessy hard. Yo, for all my ninjas out there, you're gonna be walking on Washington, a million Juggalo March. Grab your Hennessy. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I don't even know how to make fun of ICP because like I don't
Hobbs is
follow
just the sweetest dog. Let's be
Hobbs
real.
is a really sweet dog.
A great dog. What happened to the internet? The internet went from like cats, and now the internet's all about dogs.
I don't know. Did
you notice that too?
You know what it is? It's because before the internet was all about people who were all about the internet and nerds and cool people who actually like, and then it became about all the normies who love doggos and puppers.
Dogs are great though.
Whatever. I love Hobbs. I love other dog Lila. But in
other dog.
The other dog in the house. How do I say that?
Other dog.
Beloved Lila. Beloved dog. Long may she prosper.
Okay. She's like what, 11 now? I think.
I don't know.
Is she?
She's an.
Have you really?
Addie is saying she's had her for 11 years.
She was full grown when I got her.
Okay.
She was full grown when we got her.
Thanks, Brandon.
I don't know if they can hear it.
Oh, they might not be able to. I mean, you have the dynamic. I have the condenser.
I am a dynamic person, so I use a dynamic mic. I'm so redlining. I've redlined so many times.
That's okay.
Because I go, yeah, boy!
That red line. I think at this point, they've seen us do multiple shots of Hennessy. I think at this point, we could probably end the podcast. We've just been rambling about
but we can continue
nothing.
because honestly, if they've listened this far, they're not the kind of people to stop now.
No, that's true. But
you are a champion. You don't stop for anything.
Thanks for listening to the episode.
We can stop whenever. It's your podcast. We can stop whenever.
Thank you for listening to the first episode of Regular People Podcast.
We're hoping to get, this is a pilot episode. We're hoping to get 26, because we're trying to get 26 episodes,
24 isn't a normal season.
No, it's not. 26.
Is it really?
Yeah. Wait, when is the season been 24?
I thought it was 24. Anyway, go ahead and plug ever since 24 came out.
How many episodes are in Evangelion? How many episodes are in... I think it's pronounced Evangelion because it's jelly.
Plug your shit.
Bad Dragon's got the best butt plugs on the market. I'm plugging my shit. I do a podcast called Cartooned. I drink Hennessy and it gets me drunk, and then I can't say words that are important to a podcast. And I'm also in a band called Ash Williams, also in a band called Bogsy and the Argonauts, also in a band called Sledding with Tigers. Also, my name is Brandon Boggs, and you can check me out on Facebook, or you can go to my Instagram, which is Turbo Rainbow.
That's right, you do have Turbo
And it's also
Rainbow.
Eventually going to be a band called Turbo Rainbow.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's going to be my electro pop punk band. It's going to be like Jeff Rosenstock and Matt the Band had a baby, and that baby made more money than either of their parents.
I mean, Matt the Band is basically a baby of Jeff Rosenstock.
Matt the Band is like Anamaguchi became not some douchebags who make great music.
Jesus Christ.
Because I both love and hate them. No, I love Anamaguchi. They're great. I just don't know them personally.
You know me because this is on my Twitch channel and YouTube channel.
Ted.
If you've seen this, then
you know Ted.
Twitch.tv/TedsFriends or on my Twitter at Friends of Ted. You can check me out there. Instagram, I'm twitch.tv/ or Instagram, I'm not twitch.tv.
You're drunk as fuck.
Instagram, I am Ted's Friends, and on Snapchat, I am also Ted's Friends, so you can check that out for penis pics. By the way, did you know that
they're great?
Did you know that naked hamsters look like
we
ball
talked
sacks?
about this earlier. Naked hamsters look like ball sacks.
I saw them earlier today, and they were like peeling apart, and their skin stuck together. And it was
are they like sweaty? Are they like,
no, but
no. I mean, not the hamsters, but like they look like a sweaty ball sack, like stuck to the leg.
But the cutest thing about them was that they don't have fur, so they get cold, so they get goosebumps. They get goosebumps, and it was
like
the cutest thing of goosebumpy ball sack.
You know what I've always said?
Goosebumpy ball sacks.
I like to suck on a ball sack, but only if it's bumpy as fuck. I like the texture. I like the ball sack to be ribbed for my pleasure. We basically just took shots out of a pink ball sack.
All right, that's it. We're good. We're good. Cut it there. Yeah, cut it there.
Cut it there. All right. So peace out. This has been Ted's Friends. ICP.
My girlfriend literally said, "I love drunk Red Ted."
Red Ted Redemption.
Red Ted Redemption.
That's it. Red Ted Redemption. 1, 2, 3. Cut.